Welcome to the Christian and Daniel Show.
It's about to get real, well, you know the deal. You won't have to guess how either of them feel. Bringing up the things you don't think to know. Never knowing where the conversation will go. Just a little more than anything goes. It's a Christian and Daniel Show.
Hola, bienvenidos a show de Daniel y Christian.
There you go. Hey, everybody.
Oh, it's Christian and Daniel now. Yay. Hello, everyone. I'm Christian, and this guy over here, not behind me, but is Daniel.
Welcome, everybody, to the Christian and Daniel Show. It is Wednesday, March 26, 2025. Welcome to another show. For all our friends watching us on Facebook and LinkedIn, thank you for checking us out. If you don't mind, maybe you can share this on your page so that other people can watch along with you. If you're watching us on YouTube, scroll down, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. It'll let you know every time there's a new show on the air. Remember, we've got 3 shows on the air here at Little Mexican Productions, Inc. And for those of you friends watching us on Instagram, we are keeping an eye on the pages and making sure that we check out all your comments and make sure that you're we have a first. Oh, hola, Nancy. First comment on the night. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
We're just getting started. How are you doing, babe?
I am doing well, considering. No, I'm doing well right now. Okay. And I'm trying to do my little Facebook thing, that never lets me do it in advance. I have to do it as it's happening. Oh, there we go. Changing it to public. All righty. And shut down. Closed for the night. Hello, everyone. I just had a visit from my friend Jim, and he has this beautiful M4 BMW M4 convertible. And I'm a car guy, so it was breathtaking. And how often I get to put my face in a car and breathe in that new car smell, that new leather, German leather smell. Ooh, baby, it's just it's a very arousing. It's a wonderful experience. And this car has everything in it is digital. There is not one piece of analog equipment in this car. Like even the shifter is like this little electronic thing. It's not, nice. It's not even this. You don't actually move it. You move it because they think, well, human beings want to feel that movement, but it's actually just all electronic. And super cool car. And I love it. He goes, I don't know why I bought this. I go, Jim, you deserve it. What are you working so hard for? What do you work hard for, folks? That's in general. What do you work hard for if you're not going to buy yourself a little indulgence when you've planned money and finances well? And Jim's done a very good job with that. So I'm like, you deserve to have a little indulgence. He kept his other BMW for 14 years. So I go, it's not like it's not like he gets a new car every other year. He's not one of those people. So I told him, you waited 14 years to get another car. So I think I don't think you need to feel bad about this one. And this one had been on the lot for 2 years. So it was brand new. But it wasn't like brand new year-wise, but it was brand new with like no miles on it, just sitting on the lot, not selling.
Oh, wow. But
I tell you, that is a testament to how dealerships are in this time frame. Every car company has cars that have been sitting now for years, just sitting on their lot. And the dealerships pay for those cars sitting, just like rental car companies, when they don't have cars rented and they're just sitting, they're costing them money every single day because they're leased.
Wow. I didn't know that.
They're all leased cars. And so it costs them more money to have a rental car sitting on the lot than to have one on the road. So that's sometimes why if you come in at the right time and the right time of week, that you can get a huge upgrade for nothing because they just don't want to be sitting on that luxury car when it could be out running around, even if it's a mid-sized car rate.
Right.
And that's the same thing with dealerships. All their cars are leased. They actually don't own those cars. They're leased. And they pay the leasing company and GM or whatever company it is, they pay them like an obscene amount of money to have them just sitting on their lot because cars aren't selling like they used to. That's my chowder. So
Welcome,
yeah,
Jim.
if you're gonna go buy a car, go find the one that's been sitting on the lot for a couple of years and it hasn't been driven. It's been driven maybe 3 miles. Doesn't mean it's not new. It's just been sitting there, and that's the one they want to get rid of. Jim got a really good deal on it.
Well, there you go, folks. By the way, I found this thing in my bag, and I have
Okay.
no idea what it is.
It looks like portable handcuffs.
I don't know. It's
Like that's it. That's all it does.
It's. I think.
Oh, maybe it hangs and you put some. Maybe it's supposed to hold a candle, and it hangs.
Oh.
It's like an ornament, maybe, or something.
You know what it is? Okay, I just figured it out. It's
Oh,
one
did
of those,
you just figure it out?
It's a hook
Oh, there you go.
for when you sit at a table and yeah. What is it?
Oh, so when Daniel's purse
I
is
don't
just
do
a
things like
burden,
that.
he could just hang his purse off the table.
Thank you. You put it on the side of the table and it hangs a purse. That's what it's for.
And we all know Daniel has
Thank
his
you, Crystal.
satchel, which is really a purse.
Yes, as I was putting it on the table, I was like, "Oh, that's what it's for."
That's funny. I would.
So when I travel, I can like at the airport, I can hang
Your purse.
my purse. Yeah, my bag. Thank you, Crystal. I figured it out. Okay, cool. I can put that aside and leave it alone. Hey, everybody, welcome.
What 2 things did you find in your bag?
Well, I cleaned up my bag, my because I'm going out of town on Saturday, and I was cleaning out a pair of. I don't know what you're gonna say. I'm going out of town Saturday. I'm going to be for all our friends in DC. I'll be in DC this coming weekend, for AIDS Watch, which is about 600 HIV advocates going to the Capitol to request the changes and the financial security that we need to continue with services and medication and stuff like that. But so for all our friends in DC, I'll see you there. I'll be there Saturday through Wednesday. So we'll see you guys. So I'm cleaning my bag out because last time I forgot to charge my battery pack.
Your brick.
Yes, and then I was flying to Southwest, and Southwest doesn't have plugs.
Yeah.
And so I used up my phone, and then I realized, and then when I got there, it was dead, and I was like, trying to get an Uber, make sure I got into the Uber before I died, and so anyway, so I'm making sure everything's ready to go.
Well,
But,
stop flying Southwest. There's no advantage to it anymore.
I know with all the changes coming up.
Well, with all the changes they've already implemented, getting rid of the 2 bags for free. They totally destroyed their rewards program. You're earning like a quarter what you used to earn for flights. And I'm just like, why would I fly you now? I could fly Delta. I could fly any other airline and get the same experience. I could go back to Alaska, fly Alaska almost anywhere now, even to Hawaii now, because Alaska owns Hawaiian Airlines.
So
And they all have power plugs, and they all have more modern seats. They all have entertainment system. They have everything that Southwest doesn't offer other than cheeky flight attendants.
Yeah.
And that's not enough for me to go back to Southwest. I'm over Southwest. What that idiot guy is just, well, no. Their CEO is just pandering to the shareholders has never helped any company become successful with their consumers. If anything, it destroys their stock prices. It makes things worse. But he hasn't learned that lesson, apparently. Just like our government leaders discussing war plans in a public forum and inviting a reporter to it. Anyway, pretty funny. A lot of weird stuff's been going on. And then that one, I love the lady on TikTok who's just getting left and right, getting just beat up, saying she communicates with them interdimensionally and that the aliens have messages every week or every other day. She gets messages and she delivers them to people. And they were supposed to reveal their spaceships off the coasts of LA, New York, and somewhere else, a couple of cities about 2 weeks ago, and it never happened. And then she came back and said, well, their big lead, the big Grand Poobah leader said, no, it's not the right time at the last second.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh dear Lord, it's so big on TikTok. People were just so mad. And then the Meghan Markle thing keeps just growing. She keeps digging herself deeper and deeper into her her narcissistic insanity and her ignorance to my last name's Sussex. No, baby, it's not Sussex. Your last name is Windsor. And you are the Duchess of Sussex, but it's not your last name. That's a territory in Great Britain. Duh.
I stopped following.
How could you be married to a royal and not know the most basic things? I'm starting to understand the Queen, what she did. And Meghan's just proving
I
everyone
completely
wrong.
stopped following them. I just got bored with the whole Harry just annoys me now. Anything, just the same thing as with Blake Lively and
That
whole
will,
story.
yeah.
It's just like I love the block button on TikTok. Just block everybody out. Listen to nobody. You're the Duke of.
I'm the Duke of Puke. I don't know why you keep calling me Gabe Leto. I'm not Gabe Leto. I'm Gabe Puke.
But what else is going on? House. I feel like I haven't seen you because we both have been busy with work.
Work is these 5:30 a.m. mornings, and now I can't sleep past 5:30 in the morning. Like why even on my days off, I'm like still waking up early because my body's gotten so used to it.
Isn't that nuts. I wonder if
I need to get melatonin. I keep forgetting I need to get some melatonin, so I just sleep through it.
I wonder if the parents that are watching, like moms and dads that are watching, that are used to getting up early in the mornings with their kids, like during the summer, do you still just instinctively wake up? And as they get older,
still have the kids.
Yeah, and
the
as
kids
they
don't
get
go away
older,
in the summer.
As they get older, do you just like instinctively still wake up? You know what I mean? Like
until they're gone out of the house, they still want breakfast. They still want, even if they're teenagers, they still want so much. I know Gen Xers, we're a bad. You can't use our generation as an example of parents waking up early to take care of us because that just didn't happen.
Yeah, because my parents worked, and up until fourth grade, I think the end of third grade, beginning of fourth grade, I stopped going to the babysitter. I didn't want to be at the babysitters anymore. Like I didn't need a babysitter. I'm older. Yeah. So my mom would call me in the morning from work to make sure that I was awake. And usually by the time she called, I was already up, and she would leave me like hot chocolate for breakfast in the wintertime, or I would have cereal when it was cold, when it was warm. But I guess it is because I wake up early. Like I don't, even when I don't have to work. Was it TikTok sucks now? Said we needed them because of free speech, and they are not paying credit. Yeah, well then Gabe got his account got deleted, his last account, so he had to start a new one because I saw him pop up under a new name, and I was like, that's weird. But yeah, TikTok is not. I post stuff because our show posts stuff on there, but it's so weird now. Like, and then it gets caught up on these. What is it? What do they call it? Trends. Like you get.
Oh, I just get thirst traps. I'm so sick of this.
Like your phone, you know what I mean? Like you like a couple of videos, and all of a sudden you're just like constantly.
That's all you're getting. Yeah.
And
like if I stay 2 seconds on one of those, I don't understand the pages where there's 2 to 4 people in split screen, and they're just screaming and acting the fools and asking people to give them something. I don't know what. And it's not entertaining in the least. And
the ones that have like a little talk show going on.
I keep blocking them, but there's so many people doing it, and it's so dumb. It's like, is this the level of the current generation? Like, this is what you find entertaining? A bunch of
people too.
I haven't seen older people doing it.
I get some of the older people but it's usually like somebody does a live, and then you can invite people on your live. So they invite people for conversations. When there's 2 people, they're usually like battling with each other, trying to get
for what?
Likes because those are money. the more likes you get, the more like that hats and all those little things. You make money off of that. That's how you make money.
So they're basically, yeah, I get it. They're basically electronic panhandlers.
Yeah. But yeah, Gabe was saying like video words. Yeah, because there was a guy that posted a video and he was talking about gorditas. And I thought it was funny. So I just quoted what he said, something gorditas. And I got
dinged.
Tagged. Yeah. So I debated. I'm like, no, like that's wrong. And they wrote me back and they were like, no, you're right. It's just recipes and food prep for me now. That's all I use it for. Yeah, I found some cool stuff. And I've been watching, I don't know where it is, but there's a guy that does shoe shining. Those are so entertaining for me. Like I just watching somebody's shoe shine.
Well, I will admit there is a Latin or a Latino construction worker who shows off for the camera while he's working. And I will admit the obscene, what he has is so obscenely abnormal that it makes it entertaining. Because for me, I'm always thinking, how do you function? How do you work around things like that? But I'm sure he's making money.
Yeah,
and who would have thought that you could expose, it's obviously not showy, like blatant. It's not, but it's a construction worker, not constitution worker. That's funny. But yeah, I pause every so occasion because it's so obscene and so obvious, and yet the creators don't have a problem with that, but they have a problem with you saying gordita.
Well, remember during the lockdown, I made a little bit of money from my daily videos, like doing daily stuff. Mm-hmm. I made a little bit of cash, but even right now, posting on Facebook, just posting our shows on Facebook, I make a little money off of that. So that's not, there's stuff to be gained, but definitely I think all of social media is going through this change because even Instagram's going through some changes and
excuse me.
But there's even with all these new, I know maybe some of you are trying new technology. If you're trying a new app, will you share it with us? But I tried Lemonade. I didn't.
That was garbage. And I tried Blue Sky or something, and that was worse garbage.
I have Blue Sky.
I didn't do the Chinese one because it's like, I don't speak Chinese, so I'm not going to be entertained by that.
Is it your band was for the word titties? The song in the video was about showing titties. Yeah. Some of and but Blue Sky, because a lot of actors use it, and that's how I got the web series on Blue Sky. So I go on there to check out to see if there's any acting gigs or stuff. But anyway, what else is going on? Spring came in. Milk, lemonade, turn the corner, fudges.
milk, lemonade, turn the corner where fudge is made.
What is today, the 26th? Because we didn't have a show last week. And we didn't have a show last week. And I forgot to mention, because the show was on 19th. On Monday the 17th was Nancy's birthday.
Oh, sorry.
So we missed celebrating, saying hi. So Nancy, if you're watching right now, happy belated birthday from the Christian.
Feliz birthday.
And spring came in, which it doesn't feel very springy. Today was rainy and cold.
No, that's spring. Spring.
And we're supposed to get another cold front coming through.
I already think it's cold, let alone colder. Ooh. I think I'm gonna have to go out to my car at 5:30, well, like 6 in the morning. Oh, yay.
You are so welcome.
You are so welcome. Huh?
What did you say?
I said, de nada.
Oh, de nada. What we do have this week is
oh, I also sent you there's these really cute TikToks that are telling you bad words in Spanish.
I'll find it. We do have a Junior Minute. Where is it?
Junior Minute.
536 in the morning is very specific.
That's cute.
Yes, he leaves precisely at 5:36 in the morning. Not a minute sooner.
Not a minute later.
So these are so cute. You haven't seen these, right? You didn't see these?
No. Aw.
So I'm not sure where by the way these are, but this looks like the Santa Monica Pier.
No. I was gonna say maybe maybe it is Santa Monica Pier. There just aren't that houses like that. I was thinking maybe it was Newport Beach.
You think it's Newport? I don't know that they came all the way to Newport.
I don't know. And because there's something, the logo on the thing, but it's two whales. So I don't know.
Yeah. But
it's very cute.
That is Zion and Junior hugging. I thought that picture was so adorable.
And that between those two, that is a rare moment. That's a rare moment. Because they're brothers, guys. So they act like brothers when they're together. And so it's rare to see that cute lovey-dovey stuff at that age. That's very sweet. And Zion he's becoming a really good little kid.
Yeah. We haven't seen him since his
birthday.
We got it.
Yeah.
And Easter's coming too.
Yeah.
Need to start getting the Easter baskets. What do y'all folks do? Do y'all celebrate Easter? What do you do for Easter?
We need to run about Five Below.
I like Easter because we can go put a basket together for him. I like putting the basket.
You know what? Let's put a basket together for my neighbors who make those cranberry cakes. That's what we can do. Bringing them I want a bigger Easter basket for them. Because I need to say that. And I was really actually kind of ill over the holidays. So I could be honest and tell them, I wasn't really feeling well. I apologize, but we wanted to make it up to you by being Easter bunnies.
Yeah. For everybody, one of our favorite places to go Easter shopping is Five Below. They have
awesome.
All kinds of stuff.
They have crazy stuff you wouldn't even think of until you see it there and you're like, oh.
Although there's the store. Remember I told you about the store that was like Five Below, but for adults?
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the store though. There and somebody sent me the video and I can't remember, but there's one near here and you go in and everything's just so inexpensive. Anyway, cool. What do you guys shop for your Easter stuff? I know my sister, I don't know if my sister does anymore, but when the kids,
there's only
when her kids were ill,
because there's only one little one now, right?
Well, there's
Christian. Because Manny and Christian, right?
Roasted rabbit
served on a plate made from the original cross. Oh, dear Lord! Served on a wooden. Someone get off the cross. We need the wood. Get off the cross. Someone needs the wood.
When the kids were little, when I lived with them, it was hide the eggs. It was an Easter, but
right.
We just met little Nancy's baby Christian. So yes, so adorable.
Oh, he was so sweet, and he was good with us.
He was good. Little boy.
He wasn't. Interesting. He wasn't touchy feely. Like when we went into be a little cuddly wuddly, he was kind of like But talking to him and making faces at him and cutie things, he was fine with, and talking to him, he was good with. So I like that he has such a distinct personality that he's able, at such a young age, he's able to say, that he was able to say, he was able to express, I'm not into being held all the time, except for by my mom and dad. The rest of y'all could just mind your business, keep touching yourselves.
Yeah,
But
he was
I
good.
don't. But I like you guys, and I want to be around you. I just don't want to
I just
be
wanna-
with
yeah,
you.
just keep your distance, sir.
Yeah, he almost reminded me of someone who I've been with for 13 years. Very similar traits. We got a little bottle. Hey, and I got a thing of little mini Jack Daniel bottles behind too.
Oh my God!
But Daniel's
Oh,
laughing
the
about my
times
last
do
comment.
change.
Daniel's laughing about my last comment because what I described in Christian is exactly his uncle.
How the
His great
times do
uncle.
change. Like, yeah, we hide alcohol now. Yeah.
I know we hide bottles of Jack Daniels and booze in the yard. And some cigars. If you win a box of Cubans.
Come here, little rabbit.
Where's the damn rabbit? Happy frickin' Easter.
Oh my God. Where'd you hide your huevos, rabbit? Come here.
Yeah. Did we get the rabbit huevos? Oh, that's funny. I'm glad we crack ourselves up at least.
You got it, man.
Oh yeah. Today's world, I think that's all we got, right?
But I'm excited. I'm going back into the voiceover gig tomorrow.
Good.
For those of you that have Roku, if you have Roku, there is a show called Serenata de las Estrellas. It's Serenade to the Stars or of the Stars.
Mhm.
And
I love how you're like I'm not sure what it means.
yeah, no, it's Serenade.
Daniel, you speak Spanish.
Serenade of the Stars. It's Serenata de las Estrellas. And
Do we need to ask Nancy?
yeah, so it's this show where somebody nominates somebody else in their family or friend, and they find their favorite singer or group to come and do a special
Performance.
serenade, a special show for them.
Aww.
And last year we recorded, I think it was 6 episodes. So for those of you, voice narration is if your TV has it, if the show has it, it's for visually impaired people. So you can put voice narration so you can hear somebody in the background saying what the action is between dialogues. And they hire voiceover actors, which I get to do one of those. And I've done several shows, but they're doing a second season. So I'm coming into the studio tomorrow to do 3 episodes
Awesome.
out of the 6. But the really cool thing was it last year that I did it? It was last year that I did it. The Mother's Day episode, we recorded. There was this one episode where the daughter surprises the mom, and they own. It's everything it's all in LA, and they own a Mexican restaurant. Well, we just happened to record that episode on Mexican Mother's Day, and I made it through because we do it in Spanish and then in English because they dub it, and I made it all the way to the end of the show before I started crying. And the technician we're done, and we're taking a break, and they're both like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine, I'm fine." And then I'm like, "It's Latin Mother's Day today," and they're like, "Oh no!" So then the 3 of us were crying. We're all talking about our moms, and we're crying because it's the tech, the sound engineer, and me, and we're all 3 crying and talking about our moms. So we had to take like a little pause before we recorded the English part. But anyway, it's a great show. If you have Roku, go check it out. And it's season 2 coming this year. So, but I get to go back in the studio, which is kind of cool. What is it? Wait, I'm mixing it. Very rare, very rare. We had to. I think they really had to.
Well, yes, Mexican restaurants are very rare in Louisiana. I do believe if it's Los Angeles, there's 2 periods in there that I'm
good one, babe. Good catch. But anyway, we're back, and but I'm caught in one of those dilemmas because for those of you that probably know, I'm working for Chiqui Charity, which is a cancer support group. But we also have a presentation to do for some investors, potential investors. So I'm doing 2 jobs tomorrow. So everybody send me some good juju because these are people that potentially can fund us and send us some money because I need money. Nonprofits are suffering at the moment. So 2 periods. That explains it a lot. Yes, we get 2 periods here in LA. Well, I'm not in LA. I'm in Laguna Beach. But what else is going
And
on?
I'm not in LA either. I'm in Culver City.
I'm trying to
And
think
we
what else
are
is
an
going on.
incorporated city.
What else is happening in the world? I didn't really look. I took a nap before we started.
Oh, I kept falling asleep, and I had work to do. I had calls to return, and I returned them all. And then I fell asleep, and then your text about my friend Jim came to drop off a plate that he's had for probably a decade.
20 years.
I know. I've had that plate set.
Did you recognize it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember it when it used to be his set. And we have, every time we've gone to his place for Christmas party, he has brought it out, put it on the table, and said, "We have to make sure you go home with this. This is part of the set." And then after everyone starts drinking and everybody, by the end of the night, no one remembers, including, well, not because we don't drink, but we're still we're just so tired by the end.
And we usually leave early.
Yeah.
So that's probably why too.
Wow, that's a lot of steps.
I climbed a 25-foot ladder about 50 times a day. Did you really? Yeah, because work. Yeah, Jim's parties is where we go for our white elephant parties, which are really good.
His is really good. Like they've gotten it down to a pretty nice science.
I should have told them to bring my socks.
I know. They might not have them anymore.
Now, well, the last time I messed with him. So for those of you at the last Christmas white elephant, I ended up with 2 pairs of socks. No, a pair of socks and a beanie. This Disney beanie and socks. But on the way out, I don't know what I was carrying. On the way out, I dropped the socks and they found them. So I only have the beanie, which looks like a kid's beanie, which I'm just saving. I'm saving for Junior for something. The competitors aren't here. I'm surprised.
I am too.
But we'll get into them at some point. What else is going on? Shows, interviews, weather, work. I woke up this morning. My friend Lee had a doctor's appointment at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up at 5 o'clock to be ready to go at 6. And I just feel like now my whole time shifts over, and I can't get with it. So I'm tired and I'm hungry.
I just hate that on days off, like on a Saturday morning, I'll wake up starving because my body's gotten used to eating between 5:30 and 6 a.m. And literally my hunger wakes me up at that time. And I get so mad. I'm just like, are you serious? And, but yeah.
Wait down. Is your friendly?
Is your friendly?
Speaking of friendly, we have a TikTok to show you. We're going to show the Southern.
Oh, I love this. Oh, it's so classic.
That's the one that sent Brother Mike.
Oh, hold on.
The one that sent Brother Mike to the baby. Don't touch that casserole. That's the one that sent Brother Mike to the ER last year. Now, who made this tater salad? Because if it's who I think it is, I ain't eating it. You can't put ketchup on the meatloaf and call it seasoned, Susan. Let the elderly and the pastor eat first, or you're going straight to hell. Betty Sue, if your banana pudding came from a box, then you can go ahead and repent now. Now, I ain't one to gossip, but I heard it from Sister Ruth, who heard it from the choir director's cousin, so you know it's true. That Deacon Earl's business trip was just him and a woman from the singles ministry playing house in Biloxi. The Holy Spirit didn't lead you to put some seasoning on that? That ain't sweet tea. That's just light brown water, and I rebuke that. If it don't jiggle, it ain't real banana pudding. Well, I heard they switched Sunday school teachers because the last one got caught using the church card at the Hobby Lobby. Oh, and you know Marlene, the one that always wears sequins to choir practice? Well, apparently she feels led to leave the church since they made someone else choir director. You didn't hear it from me, but the youth pastor's wife unfollowed the choir director on Facebook, so something's definitely going on. Baby, don't touch that.
It's such a cute one. No, don't touch that casserole. That's the same casserole that sent the pastor to the bathroom.
And,
That
and
was last year.
sweet tea is sacred. You cannot.
Yeah, particularly in the South. Like, this ain't sweet tea. This is just a light brown water. I rebuke that.
And I've had some of those here. In fact, one of the best sweet
You got them here in
teas.
California because we don't know what sweet tea here.
One of the best sweet teas in here in Southern California is Cane's Chicken. They have some good.
Oh, they do sell it by the gallon even.
They do some good sweet tea.
Yeah, it's real.
But when God's going slow.
Mm-mm-mm.
Trying to think what else is going on in my life other than
I know we don't have our sports
I
persons in here.
know Michael's not
And whatever
here.
happened to Charlie? We haven't seen him forever.
He messaged me a little bit ago, trying to get information about the support groups for Chicken Charity, but that's all I heard.
I hope he's okay. We definitely send love and light out to you, Charlie. I hope you're doing okay.
Watches. I know a lot of people watch the show on replay, so if Charlie, you happen to watch us on replay, shoot us a message.
We miss you.
What was going on? I made some black and I'm speaking of the South. I went to the food pantry here in Laguna Beach because things are a little tight right now. So I went to the food pantry and they actually gave me frozen tilapia, and
That's nice.
I had bought at Ralph's, and it was actually in their discount rack thing. They had this blackened spice, and
Oh,
I
like a
was
Cajun.
like I don't know. I'm like, I'll find a way to use it. Maybe some chicken or something. Well, Lord and behold, I got some fish. It is so good, and I discovered that instead of oil, I can still use oil. If I use my my veggie butter and plenty of it, and then cook it.
It's almost fried.
It was. I had a piece of, and then I did celery, carrots, and onions.
Oh, okay. To saute with it.
Yeah, and I just sauteed those in butter,
Butter.
and then the baked potato, like the way we do it in the air fryer. Let me tell you, it's one of those meals. Yeah, it's one of those meals that like it's so satisfying. Like I've talked about these foods because Nancy's watching and she makes the carne con elote, ground beef and corn. And only she knows how to make it in a certain way that I just like, but so delicious. Oh, that sounds so good. That sounds so good right now. With some gorditas.
Oh, some gorditas sound delicious.
Sounds really good. Sounds
Delicioso.
really good. Particularly because it wasn't raining, it was just sprinkling earlier, and a cup of coffee.
Yeah, it didn't really rain today. It was just like a heavy mist.
Just a mist, yeah.
So I had to use my windshield wipers on the freeway. I mean, it was heavy enough to need windshield wipers. Particularly as I transitioned over to the valley, over the Sepulveda Pass.
It was one of those days. Right?
Sounded like a Californian on the 405 North.
Okay, I did think about you.
Sí.
I did think about Nancy this morning because in the food pantry that I get at the center where I go for services, anyway, they give you instant coffee. And then
I could use one if I finished one off here.
The morning, yeah, I have another one. I'll bring it tomorrow. In the morning, okay, so for those of you that know that I travel a lot, I feel like I have to give a disclaimer first. Y'all know I travel a lot, right? So I take the coffees. I bring the coffees home from the trips.
Yeah.
So
a
lot.
They replace it every day. So you end up with like 6-10 bags.
Yeah. And then I always make friends with housekeeping.
So they give me more. Yeah. So I tend to come home with a good chunk of coffee. But it works because I have the little to-go cups that if I'm going to go somewhere where I can't take a cup, then there's a compadre. Compadre,
welcome to the show. So I have the little to-go cups, and then you gave me a bunch from Starbucks too. I mean, not Starbucks.
Yeah.
From Panera.
Panera.
So if I'm going to go somewhere where I want to take coffee, but I can't take a mug in because I'm going to have to throw it away, then I take those. And the coffee from the hotels are about 10 ounces worth, which is perfect. But if I have a 12-ounce mug, it's a little watered down. So I throw in an extra scoop of instant coffee and it makes it. So this morning, long story to get to, I was thinking about Nancy this morning because it was like 5:30 in the morning. I'm making coffee for myself to take Lee to the doctor. And I was like, and there's something about instant coffee that just fills the kitchen up.
Yeah.
Right?
More so than regular coffee.
Yeah. Because even a Keurig, I mean, you can smell it, but there's something about instant coffee, just like, ooh, it just smells so good. So,
like I used the last of the Nescafe that was here. I used the last of the instant coffee to make that foamy thing that they show on TikTok a lot. How you can make the foam, put it in the fridge, and then spoon it over ice, and you get like an iced cafecito.
Yeah.
I did that, and it was good. That really works. That's why I got that frother.
But yeah, I have extra here, so I'll bring you one tomorrow. So, what's 20 till? We want to show another TikTok, or you want to go to?
Let's do TikTok, then we'll do POW.
Do this to me, Barry.
Oh.
Over here, Bev.
Specsavers sponsors Emmerdale.
Dave, it isn't your baby. That's your baby.
Specsavers sponsors Emmerdale.
Who's this fancy woman?
Specsavers sponsors Emmerdale.
Who's this you're holding hands with, Barry?
It's you.
Specsavers sponsors Emmerdale.
Buster's got off his lead. I can't find him anywhere.
He's right behind. On the.
Do this to me, Barry.
Oh my God.
It's so cute. It's just so good. That's a argument where if you can't see, you're gonna do things.
That's not your baby. That's your baby.
That's not your baby. And he looks like he's gonna get all pissed off at her. And she's all, that's your baby. And he's like, oh.
Yeah. And for those of you who use glasses, you know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, you missed Junior Mint. Junior Minute. Yeah, that's at the beginning of the show. You need to be here at the beginning of the show. But we'll show it again for the people that didn't show up in the meeting. So for those of you that know, we have our godson, and we get updated from the compadres every week on pictures, and that's how we can track it. And this is the picture from this week.
So cute.
So,
oh my God, I just love him. You can't not love him.
So adorable.
I even speak bad English when I think about him. Those are just great pictures, and he's just such a dear. He is a very distinct personality too. I mean, he's what, 3?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, there it is. So he's awesome. I look forward to. We just can't wait till we could take him out on our own.
I know. I'm anticipating being able to take him out to lunch or something.
I think we're looking at probably the next year.
He's trying to get attached to Zion more. Zion left. He was very. Saying where
he left the Riverside.
Aww.
And he was very
sad.
Saying, "Where's my Zion?" What now? Why did Zion go to Riverside?
Yeah, he was very sad. That's what I thought he said.
Yeah, but
I don't know. Probably to go visit. Maybe.
They just send him off to Crystal.
I don't know. Was I there?
Well, I'm asking.
But he's very sweet. He's a very sweet little boy. So.
Yeah, and they're brothers, but you could tell, like at the birthday party, it was really clear how close they've become. Like, because they just are like they're like 2 kids. Ellie takes him to Crystal's house, so 1 week it's Junior, then Zion. Oh,
gotcha.
Okay, I guess that gives Dad a little break, which you deserve. Don't get me wrong; I'm not criticizing. I am being literal, like you deserve that little break.
And I'm not a parent, obviously, but from watching my nephews grow up, sometimes they need to be on their, like, a sibling needs to be on their own and like have its own moment. Like,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
English is bad, Jesus.
No.
Because I mean, they need to have their own independence and have their own space, and
Yeah.
even I think even with grandparents need to have their moment with each kid so they can, get to know them better. I don't know. Like, for those of you who are parents, is that I think that makes sense. Sometimes you want to give them away. Other days you look at them and cry because they have gotten so big.
So quick.
That I can
Some
imagine.
days they're out in the front yard holding a sign, free.
Yeah, that I can imagine. All right.
Yeah, and then other days you're like holding them. Don't grow up. Don't grow up.
And other days are like, yeah, vete, go away.
Yes.
You
Go
ready?
play outside. Go play in the highway.
Ready?
Oh, yeah. This is one up. Okay. This is one here. We're going to play Magical Squares. This is one of the most brutal Westerns I have trouble watching it. It is so brutal and real and gritty. It's on Netflix. It's called American Primeval. It's about this woman who's actually a criminal fleeing from the eastern states she lived in where she killed her husband. She's fleeing to the West, and she's made up a whole big story about why she's coming out West. And then there's another storyline with another wife, and their wagon group gets attacked by Mormons, and they tried to play it off like the Mormons dressed up like they were Indians, but they weren't. And it's a very involved, very complicated plot line in the show, and they're all working at the same time. And it is, I imagine the Wild West was called that for a reason. Like, I'm assuming this show is not brutal. It's actually just more realistic than all the other Western shows. Like, no one in this show has pretty white teeth. No one in this show looks like they don't smell like something died, got sick, ate it, got sick, and then threw it up again and then ate it again. There's nothing about this show that is like makes you go, oh, or oh, I bet there was some fun times. No. People died from getting a scratch on their arm, or they'd lose a limb because of it. So yeah. But it's crazy. It is a crazy, realistic Western show. If you like very, very dark, gritty Westerns, this is your show. American Primeval on Netflix.
Cool. My pick of the week is a show called Upper Middle Bogan. It's an Australian show. It's a sitcom. It was three seasons. It's already wrapped up. It went from like 2013 to 2016, I believe. And the whole premise of the show is 2013 to 2016. But the premise of the show is this doctor named Bess who finds out that she's adopted. And it's in the first episode. You find out she's adopted. And she ends up finding her birth family and reuniting. And Bogan in Australian, I found out, means middle upper class. Like, gosh, I guess I Googled it. I had to Google it to find out. So Bogan means it's Australian for working class. And so she goes off to find her family and tries to like connect with them. But she was raised kind of upper class, and the family that she came, her birth family, is like working class. So it's about finding a combination, but it's Australian. It's very witty. It's very funny. It's very fast written. So the one, because of the jokes, I found this out watching like Australian shows now, is that just because of the cultural differences, sometimes the jokes don't land well with me, but nonetheless, just the personalities and the different characters is kind of funny, and I kind of related to the story in some ways. And so I was laughing and crying in the first episode. So go check it out. It's a really cute show. 3 seasons, and it goes really fast. They're really short episodes. It's a sitcom, but it's Upper Middle Bogan on Netflix. Go check it out. So that's my pick of the week. So what's your pick of the week? What are y'all watching? What do you recommend? I started to watch today. I stopped it, but I started to watch the Matthew Perry
Yeah, it starts off rough.
documentary.
Mhm.
But I watched like the first 5 minutes, and I was like, I was having lunch, and I'm like, nope, I can't do that over lunch. I'll watch that later.
Yeah, there's some shows like that one that you have to be in the right place mentally to watch them and not be like totally affected by them.
As much stress as they cause, and know that you are gonna get that moment back. The little finger marks everywhere, the toys that mess. What you see a mess to them is an adventure to space, the deep sea, their own universe. Compadre, that is one of the most beautiful things.
Yeah, that's
a parent has written about a child.
Beautifully written, and that's every parent's sentiment. Even the not so great parents out there, they still feel that. Like every parent feels that in some way. At least I like to believe that.
That's very beautiful.
I don't think my dad felt any of that. But
what else did I try? The show that Christian and I both like agreed on, The Pit.
Noah Wyle, the whole cast. It is one of the most amazing medical shows I've ever seen, and again, it feels way more realistic than any previous show that I've ever watched.
Well, I didn't know until like the 5th or 6th episode that the show is 1 hour at a time in a shift
of the day of the work shift.
Yeah, it's a
That's
whole
why
shift.
the episodes don't have names; they're just hours.
So have any of you watched The Pit on? Is it Netflix?
Yeah. No. The Pit is on
Amazon.
Max.
Max. It's on Max. So if you have not watched The Pit on Max, go check it out if you have it.
It is fantastic.
And
right now, you get the pleasure of not having to wait for the next week for the new episode.
Yeah, because we're on episode 9?
10? 9 or 10.
Right, we're watching the anime called High School DxD. Oh, adults only on it.
It is. No, there are some anime. It's not necessarily because it's adult in nature. It's because it deals with themes that are way beyond any kid. So many people assume because something's animated that it's like okay for kids automatically, and it's like no. Animated anime is literally just movies, but made without the actual real people. They're made with they're drawn instead of real actors.
Didn't Tarantino do? Not Tarantino. Was it Tarantino that did the? No.
Mm-mm.
That was kind of like a comic book. City something.
Oh, Sin City.
Sin City with Brittany Murphy was in it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, like
the
movie so many parents.
And even the 2 follow-up movies to it were even worse, even more blatant and worse than the first one.
There's a movie called Sausage Party.
Yes, and it's about food in a grocery store that decides to revolt against humans.
That's right. Yes,
I remember. I always say, you remember the hot dog, and you got to remember the bun.
I did watch it, but didn't it come out? Okay, let me look it up.
It came out a long time ago. The original did. The original came out, but they made 2 subsequent sequels.
2016. Okay.
And it was, and honestly, in its time, it was nasty. It was nasty. Like it wasn't even subtle in the intent. Everything was sexual. Every piece of food in that movie was sexual.
It came out in August of 2016. So everything that has to do with 2015, 2016-ish, I don't have a lot of like recollection of stuff.
Oh, that's right.
Just because of those times.
But
it's like it's made by Seth Rogen. Yeah, well, Seth Rogen. Anything Seth Rogen.
I mean, that's his thing.
What else am I watching that's pretty good? But I'm rewatching a lot of stuff. I've been rewatching. I think I talked about this last time. I've been rewatching Ghost Whisperer. I'm almost at the end of Designing Women, and I'm finishing off Golden Girls. Like I watch all those at night before I go to bed.
The Rookie is one of my favorite shows. I love The Rookie.
I missed a lot of seasons. I
It's
think
like
I
on
only pretty
season
much watched
7
the
or 8
first.
now.
Yeah, I think I only pretty much watched just the first season. So I need to go. It's on my queue. I want to watch it again. You know, watch it number 2. Cry almost every episode, especially when Andrea, the airplane. All right, so we're almost at the end of the show. Let me tell you folks what we got. Remember that here at Little Mexican Productions, we've got shows pretty much every day of the week. If you're not watching us, what are you watching? On Mondays, we've got the Crab and Goat Show with Richard Wayne Kilgood II and myself. It's a tune in for spiritual messages, enlightenment sessions, and card readings. We start at 5 and we go for 90 minutes. Of course, on Wednesdays, we got the Christian and Daniel Show starting at 6 o'clock. On Saturday mornings, it's put it together live stream. What's your story? Come join us. Either come share your story or come watch. 10 o'clock every Saturday morning. And we've had some really good episodes the last couple of weeks. So, and then if you missed any of the Colorectal Awareness Month shows, we had 3 shows on cancer. You can find them all on whatever channel you're watching on. Go check those out. People sharing their stories about cancer. Really good episodes. Of course, we've got Grumpy Bunny in the Colors Game. So if you haven't not gotten your copy of Grumpy Bunny in the Colors Game, check us out at littlemexicanproductions.com. Look for the tab for Grumpy Bunny. It's in English and Spanish. For $20, you get it with delivery, the collector's lapel pin, a sticker. But if you're in the Southern California area in Laguna Hills or Costa Mesa, you can find them at Awakenings or Visions and Dreams. And what did you say about it? There's a movie me and Laura have been eating to watch about a kid with autism and skin. Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
It's home, right on the nose. There's a new show I'm looking forward to watching. It's called Adolescence, and it's about this kid who apparently does some horrible, unthinkable crime for someone his age.
Yeah, life is it lessons or life lessons? Life lessons.
No, it's called Adolescence.
Oh, Adolescence. I thought you said lessons because there's a new show called Life Lessons. Yes, Adolescence. That's on my queue. I was going to watch it yesterday, but I was like, no, too intense. I can't.
Yeah, it looks like it'd be really dark when it's kids who are like commit some type of murder or something, and they're like, whatever. Daniel loves that show.
I've only watched the first season. I haven't watched the second season yet, but I want to watch it. But anyway, we will not have a show next week. I'll be in DC, so we will not have. We won't have Crab and Goat Show or Put It Together. I'm sorry, Put It Together. Christian and Daniel. You finished it? Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I need to watch it. But we'll be. I'll be in DC next week. So if anybody's going to be in DC, or if you're watching the show and you will be at AIDS Watch, please find me. I'll be there for the conference, for the event. So we'll have the week off. And there is not a Put It Together this weekend either because I'll leave Saturday. So all 3 shows are off for the rest of the week. And we'll see you folks next week. Again, if you want to be a guest on Put It Together, if you have a story you want to share, your personal story to talk about, come join us. Let me know. Drop us a message. You're muted. Oh, you're muted. Okay. Bring you a cowboy hat from DC? From Washington, D.C.? Okay. I don't know that there's cowboy hats out there, but I'll look for one. But anyway, anything else, babe?
I'm good. I'm hungry.
Oh, you heard Dallas. No, I'll be in
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. In D.C. So, but yes, next time I'm in Texas, I'll look for a cowboy hat. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of the day. Have a good evening, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.